Hello everybody, trust you're all well, and thanks for joining us and looking in on the latest video. Well, I know there's been a bit of a delay in things. I have been rather busy just lately. Of course, there was the big Newark show. This is us getting ready on the Saturday morning, just leaving the bus yard. You've got a last light check there, make sure everything's okay, and off we go for the big run up to Newark. As always, stop for breakfast at Stibbington truck stop, and then we roll on. And here we are lined up at the entrance to the showground. This is where all the official photographers hang out, and you get a big photo call just before you go into the show. As you can see, there's three of us now. We've been joined by James Hutchins in his green cargo truck there. James is over from Omar in Ireland, and he's driven all the way in the thing, 300 odd miles, which is quite an achievement. We met up with James at Colsterworth Services, and all three militants convoyed up the last bit of the A1 up to the showground, and we did look bloody good going up the road, I must say. Once you've had your photographs taken, they actually let you into the showground, and then we can set up our little display. So we've got our three militants here, little Tonka on the right, James's big cargo, and then the timber tractor on the other side, and in between, the flag's up, all the photo boards are out. The old hospitality tent in the middle there. It's looking pretty quiet at the moment. This is early Sunday morning, but by Sunday afternoon the tent and the whole area was absolutely packed with people, all looking at the photographs and enjoying the show, and it was a really nice show. Anyway, we're back on the plot with our Monty, and as you can see from the earlier picture there, we've had a bit of a tidy up and got rid of a few bits and pieces that aren't required. We cut the chassis down, got rid of the unwanted bit at the front, and we've just got the rear axle to sort out. We've pulled the bloke and transfer box apart. A friend of mine wants this output shaft from the back, along with the speedo housing and that little cover plate. So he only wants that bit. But to get to it, I'd take the selectors out of the top of the gearbox there, and then all these front gears had to come out from the front, along with the cover plate and the bearing and everything, just to release that back bit. So that can go on its way up to him. Got the front axle here on the floor waiting stripping. Monty needs the leaf springs off of it, and I want to keep the U-bolts as well, just in case Monty's don't come off nicely. I'm told somebody wants the front axle, so we're keeping hold of that. And this plastic bag over the prop shaft bit, a bit concerned about that. Haven't looked at it before and didn't even think about it. But I whip the plastic bag off and find somebody's already had the prop shaft flange and the oil seal and all the rest of it. I didn't realise it was like that. Anyway, axle's still good though, or it looks to be, and that'll go off to wherever it's going. Other bits we've had off, two air tanks here. These are in very good condition compared to Monty's ones, especially that second one. It looks almost new underneath the green paint there, so they'll clean up nicely. These rope bits off the rear axle, they're the restraints to stop it travelling too far. One of them's a little bit bent, but the other three are in very good condition, and Monty needs at least two of them. Out with the trailer again. You can see I've given it a bit of a makeover here, bit of fresh paint on it, and that's absolutely full of bits waiting to go down the farm. Air tanks there, radiator, diesel tank, yards and yards of air pipe and fittings, all of which I want saving, brake chambers, various other bits. Even bought a little tarpaulin to tie down over the top. It's only a cheap one, but at least it covers it up while we're travelling. So we're down to the last bit to strip out, the rear axle set. This is a bit I want most of the parts off of for Monty. I've decided I'm going to try and take the axle out of the chassis first before I start stripping it down. Get rid of that chassis out the way, and it should be easier to work on. At least that's the plan. However, taking it apart, unbolting everything, it's proving to be a little bit difficult. Got the handbrake linkage here, just does not want to come undone, and I'm going to have to beat that up a bit to get it off. And I've got one bolt left on the near side of the axle itself that just does not want to move. I've got the nut off the other end of it, so I think that's going to cause me a bit of a problem, much the same as it did getting Monty's axle out. I've got a sort of plan for getting the axle out from the chassis. I haven't got anything big enough to lift the chassis straight off. So what I'm hoping to do is lift it up onto some axle stands and then wheel the axle out from underneath. I'm not 100% sure it's going to work. It sounds reasonable, so we're going to give it a go. So plan is, if I let this end of the chassis down to the floor, that lifts the far end right up in the air, and you can see it going up there. While I've done that though, I've noticed it has opened up a gap underneath here, and that is starting to pull that bolt out. So I've wedged a cold chisel in there and rocked the chassis up and down a couple of times, and it did walk that bolt out. Right, so we've got our 2 axle stands placed under the back there. They're wound up as high as they can go, and they're hooked in behind that cross beam, so that should stop them moving out. And hopefully we'll lift this end up now and the axle's just going to fall out. Well, that's the theory anyway. Then I had an idea. You can't really see much here, so I'll move the camera. I'll move the camera around a bit. Now you can see better what's going on. So off we go, lifting it up. And as you can see, that front right hand wheel is coming up with it. That's stuck in. So I'll give it a little bit of a shake and see what happens. And as you can see, something's moving, it's wobbling about there. And we'll try that again, a bit more wobble. It's going, and maybe not quite. It's out though. Not sure how the health and safety would see that one, but anyway, don't get too close to it. Step back and reposition the forklift, and we'll have another go. We'll lift that up again, just bring it up to level. I'm best go and check, make sure my axle stands haven't moved very far. No, they're all okay. We're back on the stand, so I can lift it right up now. Just going carefully, make sure nothing's catching. And that's it, we're up, we're clear. You see the handbrake linkage drops down there. And put our axle stands back under. Hopefully get them up to their full height. Prop shaft's in the way, but there's no way I'm crawling underneath at the moment to pull that thing out. It can stay there for a minute. Bring it down on the stands. There we are. Now all I've got to do is get the axle out from underneath the chassis. Well, I thought I'd roll it, but no, maybe not. That's a little bit too heavy for one man. I'll hook a toe strap on it, carefully pull it out with the forklift up to the end of the axle stands. And as you can see, it's just started to rain, but we're halfway through the job. We can't stop now, so we're going to have to keep going. Big jacket on, a couple of chocks there, well, bricks underneath the wheels, stop it rolling back down. That is a slightly uphill slope we're working on. It's just enough to let that axle roll on its own. Now, the sort of plan now is put the forklift back underneath so I can move them 2 axle stands out and then roll the axle right up. But with the forklift holding the chassis up, I can't use the forklift to roll the axle. So I'm going to have to come up with another idea. Anyway, stands are out. And I found a friend to help me roll the axle a bit. So we roll the axle up as far as we can go. And as you can see, that is still heavy. Even with 2 of us pushing it, that still wants a bit of effort to get that rolling and moving along. Now, we got it out of the way, kick the brick back underneath it, stop it rolling back down. We put our axle stands back underneath. Hopefully we've got it balanced right, and we can let the chassis down on the axle stands and wheel the axle set out from underneath it. And there it is. Look, our tow rope back on. And off we go. Got a bit of trouble steering it here. It doesn't want to go where I want it to go. But we managed to get it shuffled round. Wheeled it through the gap. Off it goes out the way. Put our brick chocks back underneath it. Stop it rolling back down the hill. And then we can bring the forklift back in and see about how the hell we're going to get this down onto the floor. Now hopefully, and this is the plan, I'm going to lift this end up, take the two stands out, drop this end down, and then lift the other end up so we take the stands out of that. And so far, it's working okay. Two stands are out. We're coming down nice and gently, don't want to drop anything. Well, that's one end down. Now you got to do, get the stands out from the other end. So I put a long strap on it, lift it up with the forklift. Is it coming up? Sort of. Oh, yeah, there we go. Nip round, get the axle stands out, and then lower it down. There's only one problem though. I got it down, sort of. It's not quite touching the floor, that. But I've run out of strap. And that strap is still tight. And we're not actually on the floor. So we had to lift it back up again, put the stand back underneath it, make the strap a bit longer, and then let it down a second time. And this time, we got enough slack to get it on the floor and get our strap off. And here we are, all down. So that's it done. There's our chassis on the floor and our axle out from underneath it. I've got a few more brackets I want to take off this chassis. There's an air valve there and a bit more pipe work to come off. But otherwise, that's ready to get cut up and go in the scrap bin. And here's the important bit, our axle set. All sitting there waiting to get stripped down. As I say, this is the most important bit. This is the one we want most parts off of. Want to take the diff flanges out, see if the seals in them are any good. I need the wheel bearings, a couple of those back plates off the brakes would be good. Obviously the tyres and the wheels, all the brake linkage needs to come out. I need a couple of bits of that. All those pins will want saving, and various other bits and pieces that we'll keep hold of, like the left hand thread wheel nuts, and we'll save all the wheel studs. Probably save a couple of hubs as well. You never know, somebody might need them. And all the other bits and pieces that are going to come off. So there we are. Definitely back on the plot with our Monty now then. Summer's here, nice days, long evenings, and plenty of work to be getting on with. So yeah, thanks for looking in on the video. Do hope you've enjoyed the latest update. Do please keep ticking the like and subscribe boxes. As I say, it encourages me to do more. Hopefully there won't be such a big gap between this video and the next one. But anyway, until the next one, bye for now.